Coming up on KCCI 8 News Close Up, former President Donald Trump faces his fourth indictment. What that means for his frontrunner status and how the charges impact other Republicans in the race. And Iowans weigh in on these charges. We'll show you whether the news is swaying likely caucus goers at the Iowa State Fair.
This is Iowa's news leader. This is KCCI 8 News Close Up.
Good morning and thank you for joining us on Close Up. I'm KCCI Chief Political Reporter Amanda Rooker. Nearly 1 week ago, a Georgia grand jury indicted former President Donald Trump and 18 other people. They're accused of trying to overturn the results of that state's 2020 presidential vote.
The indictment alleges that rather than abide by Georgia's legal process for election challenges, the defendants engaged in a criminal racketeering enterprise to overturn Georgia's presidential election result.
And just days before that grand jury indictment, Trump was here in Iowa campaigning at the state fair. He continued to downplay his legal issues, dismissing a reporter's question about whether he tried to overturn the 2020 election.
It's all called election interference. Biden put it out because he can't win the fairway. He's way down in the polls.
President Trump, did you intend to overturn the 2020 election?
You know the answer.
And most of Donald Trump's opponents for the Republican nomination have kept quiet on the latest charges or have come to Trump's defense. But former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson has continued to condemn Trump's alleged actions. After this latest indictment, Hutchinson told reporters at the fair Trump should drop out of the race for president.
But it is what it is. And I said over a year ago, that Donald Trump should withdraw from the race because of what he is facing. And if you put our country first, then that's exactly what you would do. And that case is only made stronger with every indictment and case that is brought against him.
Asa Hutchinson, not the only one at the fair. South Carolina Senator Tim Scott also campaigned across the state fair last week. And when asked about Trump's latest indictment, Scott dismissed the charges, calling them another example of a, quote, weaponized justice system.
I always continue to say it as I see it, which is that we see the legal system being weaponized against political opponents. That is un-American and unacceptable. At the end of the day, we need a better system than that. I frankly hope to be the President of the United States where we have an opportunity to restore confidence and integrity in all of our departments of justice.
And Iowa Senators Joni Ernst and Chuck Grassley both say Iowa voters are becoming desensitized to just the sheer number of charges. Before the latest indictment came to light, Grassley told KCCI he does trust America's justice system.
I think I'm going to have faith in the judicial system, given equal justice under the law, and I'm worried about getting Biden out of office. That's what I'm worried about, and that's what I'm going to be working on. All I can say to you is what I hear from Iowans. I hear from Iowans that they're sick and tired of the political bias in the FBI and the DOJ, and they're sick of the fact that some Republicans get treated one way and Democrats get treated the other.
I think Iowans are becoming very desensitized to all of these indictments, and I do my county tours, I do town halls at those county tours, and a lot of Iowans are coming back and they're like, what's the deal? They're saying there's one system of justice for President Trump and there's another system of justice for Joe Biden. But if you take a look at all of the folks that have denied elections, you take this latest indictment in Georgia, you replace the name Donald Trump and you slide in Stacey Abrams, it's probably very similar. So there are a lot of people that are just really angry about this. And the angrier they get about it, the more they want to support Donald Trump.
And on that support for Donald Trump, a new Quinnipiac University poll shows nationally Republicans still overwhelmingly support Trump's re-election bid. The poll, taken around the same time these latest charges came to light, shows Trump with 62% of support among Republican voters. Ron DeSantis is second, distantly behind with 18%. But as Trump maintains that lead in the polls, it's not always reflected in conversations we have with Iowa caucus goers. I sat down with CBS News Chief Washington correspondent Major Garrett and CBS News political reporter Musaddiq Badar. I asked them about how Iowans see Trump and how the charges are impacting his frontrunner status. Electability seems to be a major argument that people are making, but Donald Trump, when he comes here, when he talks to Iowans, he claims and he says, I've won before, you voted for me before, you know who I am. He has that mega celebrity status, and we saw that when he came to the Iowa State Fair. We saw people wanting to see him, climbing up on trucks even to see Donald Trump. But that's not to say that that could change. I mean, we have 5 months to go till that January 15th caucus date, but right now, it's Donald Trump's universe here.
Musadik, Trump has won here in general elections. He did not win here in the caucuses in 2016.
Yep.
And when Amanda says, and I think she's right, it's his race to lose, when you talk to voters, Republicans around here, is there a mechanism by which they can imagine Trump losing this race?
There is, and when we talk to voters about this, the one thing they tell us is they love the former president, they love his policies, they love what he's done for the country, but they are starting to feel hesitant about supporting him on caucus night, and they point to the indictments, they point to the language he uses, they point to the way he carries himself, and they are telling me and they're telling us that they're starting to get a little bit tired of that, and they're looking for alternatives, and that presents an opportunity for some of these other candidates who've been here all week long.
And I will say, Amanda, I heard that not once, not twice, but at least a half a dozen times. Some variation of, like him, good policies, remember that 4 years well, wish we could go back to that, and then this kind of breath. But I'm not sure, A, he can win. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with him anymore. Is that what you hear?
That's exactly what I hear.
Towering lead.
And so that's kind of the dichotomy that we're dealing with, right? Is we're seeing Trump dominate in the polls, and yet on the ground, at least, I mean, right here in central Iowa here, you may not be getting the full picture of Iowans, although you're at the state fair, it draws people
Everyone
from all
I talked to was a rural, everyone I talked to was a rural Iowan.
And well, so then maybe you are getting a full picture. I mean, the people that I'm talking to in central Iowa, that is over and over what I'm hearing. I voted for him in 2016, I voted for him in 2020. But I'm just not sure that he can actually win in the general election, or I'm not sure that he really has my best interests at heart. He's maybe distracted. But I also wonder, I think a lot of Iowans may not know who the right alternative is to Donald Trump. And there is some hesitancy of, so I'm still weighing my options, or I'm still looking at who I think would be the best candidate to win. But there is this anecdotal hesitancy, I think is the exact word that I'm hearing over and over from Iowa Republicans here.
You just had Bob Vander Plaats on at his event, at the Family Leader event. Former Congressman Will Hurd said that the president, Donald Trump, is running to stay out of prison, and he was booed off stage. And so it's tough for them to not just on the indictments, but on other policy issues, draw differences. Vivek Ramaswamy has been attempting this, and at his Fireside Chat, he said he wants to build on a lot of the stuff that the former president started on. And so it's going to be interesting to see how they criticize the former president, not just on the legal issues, but on policy and things that they want to build on. And a lot of them are not having success so far.
And now we've heard from politicians and pundits. Next on Close Up, hear from Iowa voters what they think about the latest indictment and whether they support Donald Trump. As Republican presidential candidates flooded the Iowa State Fair, I talked with more than a dozen likely caucus goers about the 2024 race, and I asked them what they think of the latest charges against former President Donald Trump. Here's what they told me.
I think most of them are going to be proven to be unjust, and they're just doing that ahead of the election to discourage people from voting for him. But I don't know, he just has too much baggage. I'd rather see somebody new come in.
I just don't think Trump is right for the country. I think he's right for building a business. I think he's right for what he's done for the East Coast and frankly around the world. As far as business, I just, with the indictments and I understand that's not necessarily guilty, but and on the other hand, I think frankly we're short on both sides of really quality candidates.
I just think they're just digging down the barrel just to find something because they don't want him in there. I mean, I think they're all got something to hide. They all got skeletons in their closet. And I think that they don't want him in there, so they're going to find anything they can. And I think that they all have things to hide. So he's not perfect and nobody is.
I don't think anybody's going to beat Trump. I don't think the Democrats are going to beat Trump as far as all the charges and things they've brought against him. I don't think it's going to slow him down.
Pretty much phony, a lot of it. And I don't think they're going to be able to make it stick all the way through the Supreme Court. So I think he's going to be able to prevail through this in the end, but it's going to be a long, painful process for a while here now.
Does that impact whether or not you would support him in the caucuses?
Not in the slightest. No, doesn't impact anything. And I don't think most of his true followers, I don't think it bothers them either.
Well, I think Trump has seen his better days. I'm not a Trump supporter, so I don't know. I think this trial and everything that's going on, I'm not so sure about all of that. I mean, because there's other other presidents that have probably had the same type of thing that have happened that he just got caught. But I'm just not a Trump supporter.
I followed it a little bit. I guess I want to see it all the way through because he is a potential candidate again. If he wasn't a candidate, I don't know if we'd all be that worried about it because, I mean, it's not a good thing what's going on, but until we know for sure, I hate to say, hey, this is for sure. The thing is, I'm not ready to, I wouldn't vote him in based on what we're hearing so far. I know he's innocent until proven guilty, but I don't like the way it's going.
Governor Reynolds' Fairside chats with the Republican presidential candidates wrapped up last Friday. Next on Close Up, we'll hear from Vivek Ramaswamy, Nikki Haley, and Ron DeSantis. Donald Trump says he will not participate in the first Republican debate this Wednesday in Milwaukee. Instead, Trump says he'll do an interview with former Fox News host Tucker Carlson. But many of the other Republican candidates that will be on that debate stage spent time in Iowa last week prepping their message at the state fair. Governor Kim Reynolds invited the presidential hopefuls to take part in her Fairside Chats, a series of sit-down interviews at the fair. 12 accepted her invitation. This morning, we'll hear from the candidates who took part this week. Candidates Vivek Ramaswamy, Nikki Haley, and Ron DeSantis talked policy and platform, but they also tried to stand out with personal stories and even an on-stage rap performance.
Everybody's joking now, the clock's run out, time's up, over, plow, snap back to reality.
How should the American people understand truly the threat that China poses to our national security? And as president, how do you begin to address that?
So I'm going to state a basic and obvious fact. We cannot depend on an enemy for our modern way of life. We never depended on the USSR for the shoes on our feet or the phones in our pockets. We just didn't. Today we depend on communist China for the way we live our lives. That doesn't work over the long run. It's like we're in a codependent relationship. Codependent relationships do not end well. The only question is who ends it first. The sooner we end it, the better for us. And I think just run this through in your head if you doubt me on this. If that were a Russian spy balloon flying over half this country, what would we have done? Shot it down in
What would we have done in Iowa? Once again, what would we have done in Iowa?
Shot it down.
Amen.
If it was Russian. But they wouldn't let you at the U.S. government level because they wanted to fly over half the country, transmit the information, and then do a nominal shoot down over the Atlantic. If that were Russia, we would have ratcheted up sanctions. We didn't do it for China. You want to know why? Let's be honest. I'm going to speak. This campaign's about truth. You see it on your hat. Speak the hard truth. It's because we're scared. We're scared because we depend on them. And Xi Jinping, he says, you know what? You all are addicted to me. You're addicted to that fentanyl I'm pumping across your southern border in a modern opium war that you don't admit you're in.
So, talk about your leadership in revitalizing South Carolina's economy and to the background, again, as an accountant that brings to the table. Talk a little bit about what you did and how you would take that same mindset to Washington, D.C.
Well, look, we are $32 trillion in debt. We're having to borrow money just to make our interest payments. China owns some of that debt. And I would love to tell you that Biden did that to us. But I've always spoken in hard truths. Our Republicans did that to us, too. You go and you look at that $2.2 trillion COVID stimulus bill that they passed with no accountability, expanding welfare that's now left us with 90 million Americans on Medicaid, 42 million Americans on food stamps. And did Republicans try and make it right? Nope. They doubled down and opened up earmarks for the first time in 10 years, pushing through 7,000 of them in December. Want to know how they spent your money? $30 million on an honors college in Vermont, $10 million to tear down a hotel in Alaska, $7.5 million on horse racing in Arizona. And then the 2024 budget just came out. Republicans asked for $7.4 billion worth of earmarks, pet projects. Democrats asked for 2.8. Now you tell me who the big spenders are. So the accountant me will tell you that what I did as governor was the first thing I did is I controlled what I could control. That's our agencies.
So you recently announced your economic independence plan. Meanwhile, we see what Biden continues to do. He continues to talk about Bidenomics. So give us a glimpse of how you'd contrast your economic message with, I don't know why in the world he's doubling down on that, but talk about the contrast and what you would do to address Bidenomics.
On day one, we take all Biden regulations and executive orders and throw them in the trash can. Bidenomics is basically Americans have a lower standard of living so that he can pursue his political and ideological agenda like the Green New Deal. That is unacceptable. You have to have an economy where people work hard, play by the rules, get the most out of their God-given ability, and they can raise a family, buy a home, afford a car, do all those things. If the economy doesn't work for those middle-class families, we are not going to succeed as a country. So everything we're going to be doing is going to be focused on really bringing the middle class in this country back. Now, part of that is understanding how we got in this mess now with the high prices. We got in because of government policy. They borrowed, they printed, and they spent trillions and trillions of dollars since March of 2020 under the auspices of COVID and all these other things. Of course, you're going to get inflation.
Governor Reynolds' Fireside Chats wrapped up Friday. Ryan Binkley, Perry Johnson, and Will Hurd were the final candidates to take the stage, and here's what they shared with Iowans.
Can you talk a little bit about that and how we would start to address healthcare costs and how?
Absolutely. So this is something, so we just launched this week, a 7-year economic rescue plan. So we can talk about that later. Budget-wise, how are we really going to do this economically? Because we've been on the path spending 25% more than we bring in for decades. So I don't know that we can do that without transforming healthcare, though. So healthcare is 35% of our budget, completely broken. When you start looking at healthcare, this is the way I see it. I'm looking at it analytically. We have 40% higher inflation than regular inflation in healthcare for 20 years. So look at all the big things that's changing. And then you start looking at the business side of it. It's really a segment of 3 major groups of monopolies that have to be broken up. Otherwise, we'll never have the healthcare that we're supposed to have. So it's really, my campaign is about actually desocializing healthcare. And this is what I'm telling America. We were so afraid of the ACA, Affordable Care Act, that it was going to socialize medicine. Remember how afraid we were that we didn't want that single payer system. We can't have that no matter what. We've already socialized healthcare because it's the only thing that we purchase as Americans today where we no longer ask this one question, like, how much does it cost for me to be here today? They just say, give me your card. And if you did ask, they wouldn't be able to tell us. So we've got to bring price visibility. We don't buy tractors this way, cars this way, houses this way, food this way, but we buy healthcare this way. We trust the insurance company, pray they negotiate it for us. And I'll just say this, it's insanity. We can't keep doing it. So we have too few players in insurance exchanges.
And so what do we do to restore our energy independence, not just for the short term, but for decades to come? What are some of the things that we need to do?
Well, first off, do the opposite of the current guy. Let's start with that. So I represented, when I was in Congress, the Eagle Ford Shale and the Permian Basin. These are two natural gas oil plays that allowed America to become energy independent. We're going to continue to need hydrocarbons. We can have energy independence and address the climate at the exact same time. You know, we have to increase electricity by, I think it's by 3x by 2050. That's going to require an all the above energy policy. Oh, and by the way, we should be exporting all this stuff everywhere else. We should be making sure that when it comes to biofuels, when it comes to even some of the other green technology, we should be exporting this, not the Chinese. And so part of that is reestablishing some of these global supply chains where we're the ones not only being energy independent, but a net exporter of these tools, because this is the only way that we're going to be able to continue to survive. And if we want this experiment to continue for another 247 years, then we need to make sure that we have a sound energy policy that addresses challenges of the future, but also takes care of the needs of today.
So what are you hearing from Iowans on the campaign trail?
Actually, I think my message resonates very well. We know that everybody running is a long shot, except Trump. I mean, realistically, you look at the polls. I had another poll came out, so I hit the threshold in another poll today. I had another poll yesterday, Trafalgar. I hit the threshold there. We had the Caravan poll. I hit the threshold there. I now have 60,000 donors. I do expect to be on this debate stage. But we all know that at this point, no matter what poll you have, Trump is anywhere from 50 to 69%. So yes, we're all long shots. But one thing is certain, and that is we don't really know what's going to happen until we get to that debate stage, and that was when the race begins. And I'm not going to sit here and castigate or excoriate Trump, because everybody knows I supported him. My major complaint that I ever had was that he spent too much money. But he won't even argue that, because I think he's a spender in his own life. I think he called himself, the king of debt? Well, he has been very successful. He's done a lot of great things. I think he's in a lot of trouble right now, and my heart is with him. And I say, let's support whatever we can of the Republican Party, because whoever gets the Republican nomination will be the next president of the United States.
Thanks for joining us on KCCI 8 News Close Up. Have a great day.